Your hair isn't just about style. It's the result of thousands of years of human adaptation. Every strand carries clues about where your ancestors lived and the environments they had to survive. Some hair types help trap warmth in cold climates, while others allow heat to escape in hotter regions. Over time, small genetic changes shape these textures for very practical reasons. In this video, we'll explore the science behind different hair types and uncover how your hair may reflect the environments your ancestors once faced. If you have straight hair, it might be more than just a style. It may reflect a long history of human adaptation. As early human groups moved out of Africa and into colder regions tens of thousands of years ago, survival often depended on small physical advantages. Researchers believe certain genetic changes gradually became more common in these populations over many generations. One possible result was straighter hair. Unlike tightly curled hair, straight strands tend to lie closer to the scalp and neck. Some researchers suggest this structure may have helped reduce heat loss in cold and windy environments by forming a thin layer that kept warmth closer to the skin. In places where temperatures drop dramatically, even small improvements in heat retention could make a difference. Hair that rested flat against the head may have helped protect exposed areas, such as the neck and scalp, from constant wind and freezing air. In that sense, straight hair may have functioned like a simple natural layer of insulation during long periods of cold climate survival. Another interesting feature of straight hair involves the way natural oils move along each strand. Your scalp constantly produces a substance called sebum, which helps protect and condition the hair. On curly or tightly coiled textures, the twisting shape of the strand can slow the movement of these oils. Because the path bends and turns many times, sebum often stays closer to the scalp while the ends receive less moisture. Straight hair creates a much smoother route from root to tip. This allows natural oils to travel down the strand with fewer obstacles, spreading moisture more evenly across the surface of the hair. As these oils coat the outer layer, they can create a smooth and reflective appearance that many people describe as shine. This is one reason straight hair can sometimes appear glossy, even with minimal styling products. However, this same efficiency can also lead to oil buildup near the scalp over time, which is why people with straight hair may need to wash or refresh their hair more frequently. While this highly efficient oil distribution system can give straight hair its natural shine, it can also create challenges in everyday life. Because sebum moves quickly along straight strands, the hair can start to look oily sooner than other textures. You might wash your hair in the morning and feel completely fresh, but by the evening, the roots may already appear flat or greasy. This is why many people with straight hair rely on dry shampoo to refresh their style during the day. Straight hair also tends to lie close to the scalp, which can make it difficult to create long-lasting volume at the roots. Even when you spend time curling or styling it, the smooth surface of the strands may cause those styles to loosen faster. In colder and drier weather, the lighter structure of straight hair can also make it more sensitive to static electricity. In many ways, it is a system designed for efficiency, prioritizing smooth moisture distribution over natural volume. Now let us move from the heat-conserving design of straight hair to a texture that works in a very different way. If straight hair can help hold warmth close to the scalp, some researchers describe coily hair as a structure that may help manage heat in hot environments. This texture became common in regions such as Sub-Saharan Africa, where early human populations lived under strong sunlight for thousands of years. The challenge was protecting the head from intense solar radiation while still allowing excess heat from the body to escape. A flat layer of hair resting directly on the scalp could trap too much heat. Coily hair grows from follicles that shape the strand into tight spirals. Because of this form, the hair tends to rise slightly away from the scalp, creating small pockets of air. This structure can provide shade while still allowing air to circulate, forming a balance between protection and cooling. This lifted structure creates an important, breathable space between the hair and the scalp. Instead of lying flat against the skin, tightly coiled strands often stand slightly away from the head, leaving room for air to move through the hair. Even a gentle breeze can pass between the coils and help carry heat away from the scalp through evaporation. At the same time, the dense outer layer of curls can act like natural shade, helping reduce how much direct sunlight reaches the skin. Many researchers describe this structure as a balance between protection and airflow. The curls above can block part of the strong solar radiation, while the open space beneath allows warm air to escape. This combination may help keep the scalp cooler in hot climates, where early human populations spent much of their time outdoors. By lifting away from the head rather than pressing against it, coily hair can function as a natural system that supports both ventilation and protection under intense sun. The unique structure of coily hair also changes the way moisture moves along the strand. The tight bends and zigzag shape create many turns that make it harder for natural oils from the scalp to travel down to the ends. Instead of spreading evenly along the hair, these oils often remain closer to the roots. Because of this, the ends of coily hair can sometimes feel drier compared to other textures. Some researchers suggest that this pattern may have helped maintain the airy structure of the hair in hot climates. If large amounts of oil coated the entire strand, the hair could become heavier and lie closer to the scalp. Keeping the strands lighter may help preserve the small pockets of air that form within coily textures. These air spaces allow heat to escape while the outer layer of curls continues to provide shade. In this way, the natural moisture pattern of coily hair supports airflow while still protecting the scalp from strong sunlight. Beyond helping manage heat, the structure of coily hair also reveals an interesting balance between strength and sensitivity. The spiral shape of each strand allows the hair to bend and compress without breaking easily under pressure. Many scientists compare this form to a spring because it can absorb movement and return to its original shape. This flexibility may have helped protect the scalp in environments where hair was constantly exposed to friction from wind, dust, or daily activity. At the same time, the many twists along the strand create natural weak points where the outer layer of the hair is slightly raised. These areas can make the hair more vulnerable to breakage when it is pulled or handled roughly. Because of this, coily hair often benefits from gentle care and careful detangling. In simple terms, the same structure that gives the hair its remarkable resilience can also make it delicate during daily grooming and styling. Between these two extremes of human hair texture, there's a middle ground known as wavy hair. Many researchers see this texture as an adaptive balance that may have become common as human groups moved into regions with more moderate climates. In places where temperatures changed across seasons, hair that could manage both warmth and airflow may have offered practical advantages. Wavy hair usually grows from an oval-shaped follicle, creating strands that bend into a soft S-shaped pattern. This form gives the hair a small amount of lift, so it does not lie completely flat against the scalp. Because of this structure, air can move through the hair more easily than with straight textures while still providing more coverage than tightly coiled hair. Natural oils from the scalp can travel partway down the strand but often slow around the middle lengths. This creates a gradual moisture pattern where the roots stay conditioned while the ends may require a little more care. Curly hair also brings a set of unique features that go beyond its spiral appearance. Because the strands form spring-shaped loops that extend away from the scalp, the hair creates a soft layer that surrounds the head. In natural environments, this raised structure may have helped detect small movements around the face and scalp before direct contact reached the skin. Some researchers have suggested that this raised structure may act like a subtle sensory buffer around the scalp. Curly strands also form uneven spaces between each loop, creating small pockets of air throughout the hair. In warm and humid climates, these air spaces can help improve airflow around the scalp. When the hair becomes wet from sweat or humidity, the curls tend to keep their shape rather than pressing flat against the skin. This allows air to move through the strands and may help the scalp dry more comfortably. The result is a texture that balances coverage, airflow, and environmental awareness in tropical conditions. Another important factor that shapes how your hair behaves is the thickness of each individual strand. Some people have thicker hair fibers that feel stronger and more durable. These strands can handle friction more easily and often help retain warmth in colder and windier environments. Other people have finer strands that are lighter and more flexible. Fine hair tends to release heat more easily and allows moisture from the scalp to evaporate more quickly. When strand thickness combines with different textures such as straight, wavy, curly, or coily patterns, it creates a wide range of hair types. Each combination responds differently to climate and daily conditions. Together, these features reflect the long story of human adaptation across many regions of the world. Your hair is not only a cosmetic feature, it may also carry small clues about the environments where human populations once lived. What type of hair do you have? Share it in the comments and tell us what it is like to manage your hair every day. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to support the channel. Thanks for the support.